Christmas is a time surely joyful, but the first Christmas was also under these challenging circumstances when Jesus had to transport from one place to another, because there was also another foolish ruler that time who wanted to take a census of the people, and therefore Joseph and Mary as a pregnant in a fullness was asked to travel to another place of a birthplace. I think this government is also something like the government of those days, wanting to us to have, not to have good times, but then every problem is a challenge for us. We take it with hope, we take it with love. We wish the people these joys in spite of our sufferings, in spite of our disappointments.
ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಲನ್ನು ತಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಯಾವುದೇ ಧರ್ಮದ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಧರ್ಮದ ಹಕ್ಕನ್ನು ಮೊಟಕುಗೊಳಿಸುವಂಥ ಉದ್ದೇಶವೂ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದೇ ಸದನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸದಸ್ಯರೊಬ್ಬರು ತನ್ನ ತಾಯಿಯನ್ನೇ ಮತಾಂತರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ಷೋಭೆ.
Mr. George, Margaret, Mrs. Margaret Alva, Mr.
ಕ್ರೈಸ್ತ ಬಾಂಧವರಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಹೇಳುವುದು, ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಒಕ್ಕಟ್ಟನ್ನು ಇರಬೇಕು.
Specifically targeted against the Christians, though it is meant to be for all the people, all the citizens. We have seen that in North India and especially in the states where this law has been passed, the target has been only the Christians. First of all, for anyone to contemplate becoming a Christian is like a criminal activity. The person is not only discouraged, he'll be hounded, he will be asked too many questions, and it's a total disregard for our sentiments to say that Christianity is an inimical religion, an inimical philosophy. Even without the law, there are so many attacks that are taking place. The PUCL has made a record, a detailed record, and has investigated also that there were 39 cases from January till now. What does the Constitution say? If there is a real intention to, what we say, to convert, to change the religion, there are provisions. And by making the things so difficult and so impossible, we are criminalizing conversion, criminalizing marriage, criminalizing giving of gifts, criminalization also friendship and education. There's no privacy at all. A person who wants to get married, he has to fill up the form, give it to the magistrate, and the magistrate send it to the police, and the police have to put it on the notice board with all the details of the persons. And with this kind of this one, anyone reading the notice board can also prepare themselves if there is an intercaste marriage, to go and trouble them, to go and this one. The provisions of the bill are so open to, I would say, misunderstanding and also accusations, the attacks. For example, the clause on force. Force, it is said that directly or indirectly. What do you mean by indirectly? Tomorrow, if I am even sort of having interview to you and ask you some details about from where you come, is it considered an indirect inducement? And regarding the inducements, there's a terrible clauses. You know, anyone giving any gifts. During the Christmas time, we have these meals for the poor. And surely many poor people will become, but will it be misconstrued as being an invitation to become Christians? And in our schools, we give some freeship from scholarships or perhaps some concessions to the poor. And especially we even have in some of our institutions a percentage reserved for the SC/STs. Perhaps in future, we will not be able to do it very freely because we would have to answer so many questions. Now, for example, Christmas is coming tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Our people want to pray together. Those that have churches surely will go to the church. Those that don't have churches, if you are going to refuse them, you are not allowed to have in the open air. You're not allowed to have in the buildings. You're not even allowed to have in your own houses. Is this freedom of religion? There is a hidden agenda also that we should not work for the poor, that we should not give education to the poor, and especially the Dalits perhaps, because when they come out, when they come up, they will be developed, they will have better ideas, they will have education, they will also ask questions, perhaps they will also lead a revolution, because they have been suppressed for so long. Out of 100, we are just 2 people. When 98, the others are there. When they look at us menacingly, when they consider as something foreigners, that they want to survey and inquire about everything. It's like walking with a CCTV at all the places and all the things that we are doing. I tell the government, we are hurt. We are very much hurt. And this is what's called a problem of trust, that you don't trust us, that you have taken seriously a few incidents and blown it up. There is this small group, what's called the fundamentalists, who are pushing the government into doing these things and taking action against us, etc. But we take it in our stride. God gives us good things, thank you. God doesn't give us good things, still thank you. Because we trust in God. We trust in God much more than trust in man. We can't trust the political parties now. We can't trust the government now, but we trust in God.